Welcome back to this last tutorial using StreamYard. Just wanted to go over just a quick few things to kind of take your live stream to the next level, make it feel and look a little bit more polished. But again, this stuff is not necessary until you're comfortable with what you're doing on video 1 of doing the basic use of StreamYard. And then video 2, which you might add your share screen and guests to your live stream. This is kind of just some extras that you might consider to continue improving the look of your video. So we're already here in the broadcast studio. We've already created our broadcast then, and it's ready to go with a paid account. It's about $25 a month, and that does let you simultaneously live stream to 2 locations at the same time. So simultaneously, one benefit of this is that if Facebook is having problems, maybe it's a high traffic time, by live streaming also to YouTube, then if your folks are having trouble with buffering issues on Facebook's side and it has nothing to do with your internet and your connection, then you can simply in the comments if they're having a hard time hearing you, or you can try to audibly let them know to switch over to your YouTube channel. You can also use the comments to go ahead of time and give them those links in case they do need to switch to a different location in order to see your live stream. I mention this only because Facebook is getting overwhelmed on some weeks, it seems, and there has been some problems with the live streaming, not necessarily as much with the premiering. Also with your paid account, you get unlimited recording time. So if you don't want to live stream, maybe you're too nervous, but you like all the features of StreamYard, you can do a paid account and have an unlimited amount of recording time, use all these features, even the share screen and the guests, and just record only. And then you can premiere your video on Facebook or on YouTube. Just a reminder that these comments are here. So if you're simultaneously streaming to 2 places, you can kind of adjust where your comments are going to. So let me show you that again. You can just pick one, or you can pick the other or all to comment to. The banners, again, if you want to up your game, you could start using banners more. When you're sharing your screen, they still do appear in the bottom. Again, that's on the minimal view right now of what a banner looks like. On your brand, if you do a paid account, you can get rid of then the StreamYard logo here, and you could add your own logo. So I've got like a couple here that we use. Again, you can click on and off to use those to show them or to hide them. You might want to use an overlay instead of the logo, but use one like that. If it's just me live streaming, I've also got overlays that have our logo, but also a name placed down here. Again, it might look kind of weird when I start sharing my screen a little bit because it's no longer connected to my camera feed. It's just kind of floating down here. So it depends on what you just want your live stream to look like. If I'm going to use an overlay with a name, I may want to take, though, my display name off down at the bottom of this same menu tab so that you don't have your name twice. Also, I wanted to show you what the backgrounds look like. If you want to add a background instead of this black kind of feature, you see that there's this empty space because we're splitting our screen between a camera feed and our share screen. I'll do this one also because it makes it a little bit easier to see kind of this black area that gets left with splitting our screen this way for this view. So maybe you want a background with some wood. One that we use on our Sunday service a lot is this whitewashed brick. My prayer time, we've been using these flowers. Just give something visual. But again, you don't have to use this. This is just an extra thing. And you may want to play with what it looks like so that it's not too busy for your viewers and more of a distraction than an enhancement to what your video looks like. That's another feature, just using your backgrounds. And then the last thing is maybe just working on your slides, trying to incorporate some video, trying to incorporate some audio if you don't have other ways of doing that. And that's really all the extra features. You might think about adding more guests and switching them in and out. And then another option too is if you want to use some of these features and say you're leading the worship service, but it's too much, but you want to have all of the features of StreamYard used, you might consider allowing someone else to be your producer. So doing all of this work, having this screen accessible to them, sharing your slides or images or videos, and then just having yourself as the guest. They could remote you in, and because on your side, you would still see what the live stream looks like, you could easily lead service as a guest and not kind of this producer. You simply just have to share your account with someone else from your church. Make sure that they have the slides or anything that you want to use in the share screen option. And that's another way that you can use somebody else to do kind of the heavy work, the behind the scenes work, and that lets you be more free to just lead the worship service. So those are my tips on continuing to improve the appearance of your live stream. Just glad you're here, and I hope that this is helping you to learn how to use StreamYard and to continue improving your live stream. So thanks for being with me today.